Hi, I'm Tiffany Young for IdeateTV, and we just got out of a panel about writing in the industry, and I'm here with Kristi Shuton, and she is a manager at Disney for talent development. Tell us more about that.
Basically, we run programs that help writers and directors break into the industry, those that are having a hard time opening the doors or they've been going through other programs and they're ready to go to the next level.
How many applications? I know you were mentioning it in the panel, but like, how many people are applying for this type of thing?
The writers, we get on the average about 1,800 per year, and ultimately we're only able to select 8. And then our directors programs, we will typically get around 700 to 800. And it runs a little bit differently. They stay in our program for about 2 years. It's considered a talent pool, and we have 15 directors in that talent pool for 2 years.
Wow. So what's the selection process like? Are you reading all of these submissions?
It's grueling, and I don't know how they go through it on top of everything that we read, but our scripts from our writers program, we do read all of them. Our directors, we're watching every single reel, and we also bring on board at one certain level of the grading process, if you will. We are bringing in all the executives and show producers from across our network to help.
Wow. That's intense.
Very intense.
Wow. How did you get into the industry? Like, where did you start, and what led you to that?
I actually went to school to become a computer science engineer, and I drove by Disney one day. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do there, but I'm going to work there one day, and I found myself just applying for a job after everybody said, you have to know somebody, and I said, I don't know anybody, and by luck of draw, I landed a job by somebody who ended up leaving me after a month. And so I slid over to ESPN, and that's around the time they started doing original programming. So I was actually putting my head together around scripts, and I connected my dots probably about 10 years later, where as a computer scientist and programmer, I'm telling a story in code, and so it always has to make sense. So, and being a creative person, I also had a minor in creative writing. I just married those two together, and it's just been an amazing connection on storytelling.
Wow.
I've been doing this for 10 years.
Oh my God, that's a really cool story. So let's see. What kind of advice would you give to someone that's interested? I know you went over this, but interested in applying for this program and is like, well, there's so many people that apply, I don't know if I'm going to get it. Like, what is really the thing that like stands out about an application where you're just like, that's the one? Is there anything that like pops?
That's one of the adversities that I always tell people. It's like, oh, I don't think I'm going to get in because there's so many people. Basically, what we want to look at and what we want to see that pop is people that will actually keep trying, and they will actually go to every extent, follow our instructions, and as well as give us a very unique story from their point of view and not be very generic and cliche. That's why I mentioned today, I said, don't tell us you were raised by television, because we used to get that all the time. It doesn't mean anything to us. So it's just being very, very different. Somebody that we want to get to know more about. Those are the people who will read it and will say, we want to bring that person in.
Wow. What are some exciting things that you have like coming up in the future? Any like projects with work that they're gonna like expand, or like anything new that you can talk about maybe?
What we started doing this last year, because there's been a lack of female directors in the industry, we started focusing on these annual directing mixers. And they're only by invite only, and they're diverse directors for one night, and then the other day we're doing females, so we're mixing it up and trying to find those directors out there that are directing elsewhere, but they haven't had an opportunity for ABC, and we just recently had our third one, but it's an amazing initiative because we walked away with 5 directing episode assignments just from that one intimate mixer, so it's an amazing opportunity, initiative that we're working on right now.
And it's by invite only, so how do the directors, do they get like approached by someone that's looking, like a recruiter?
It's by executive referral, or we'll reach out to agents or managers to see who's on their radar, to see if they fit our criteria. Awesome. Because basically we want to bring in these directors again that haven't directed or had that opportunity at ABC, but they're ready to go. Yeah. So we just want to create that open venue for them to bring them in and get them hired.
Awesome, that's so great. Thank you so much for talking to us and offering all this advice and good information. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.